Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. I'm super excited to have you. My name is Mark Thompson. Excited to have each and every one of you for our workshop as well as our SocialTale launch party. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes to get to where we are today, so we're super excited to have you guys on. Before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, just let me know that you can see my screen okay, you can see me okay. Feel free to just say your name, where you're calling in from. Or you can just give me a quick one in the chat box just so I know that I'm not just talking to myself. We'll get started in just a few minutes. I know I want to respect your time. We'll have about 45 to 60 minutes reserved. So again, I want to dive right into it. But okay, getting a bunch of ones. Howard says yes, loud and clear. Karen says loud and clear. Nikki, yes, cool, awesome. Can see and hear you. Lots of ones. Okay, cool. We have a ton of people on, so hundreds and hundreds. So this is great. Hopefully, we have an active bunch here. So feel free to chime in if you have any questions. I am going to reserve some time at the very end to answer your questions, but we do have some people behind the scenes that will be more than happy to answer your questions as we go through this presentation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the title of this workshop is the AI-powered social content engine, how to create, schedule, and automate months of viral worthy attention grabbing social content for any brand faster than ever before. So if you guys are ready to go, let's go ahead and get started. Awesome. Okay. So here's what we're going to be covering today. So the first thing is the secrets to going viral. How do you analyze, how do you repurpose high engagement content from across the web to maximize it for your own reach? I've learned a long time ago that I'm not the smartest person in the room, but however, I do know how to research and analyze and review and see what type of content in my niche are people really engaging with. Are they liking? Are they commenting? So we're going to talk about how you can go about doing the same. We're going to talk about content consistency versus quality. So while both are critical for short and long-term growth, but how to find the perfect balance. Some of you will spend days or weeks or months just focusing on one piece of content, where others will just crank out content just because they want sheer volume. And I'll show you guys how you can do both, but also do it with a balanced approach. We're going to talk about the biggest social media pitfalls, so why most brands fail within the first week and how to avoid the mistakes that kill engagement. I see this all the time whenever there's a new social media strategy that people are going to create. Usually within the first week, it's gone, right? Like they didn't think about things. They didn't think about how to execute. They didn't think about what things I need to do to put in place to be successful. And so we're going to talk about how you can avoid what 95% of businesses do. I'm also going to show you guys how to leverage AI. So AI is really starting, obviously it's a buzzword. People talk about AI all the time, but I want to show you guys how it can handle the heavy lifting. So all the brainstorming, the researching, the actual writing, the designing, the scheduling, everything, for the most part, 95% of it, all that grunt work can be done leveraging AI. However, I always recommend putting your own twist on it. Having that extra 5% can help go a long way. And I'm going to show you how you can go about doing that. Then I'm going to show you how to turn content creation into a profitable service. Maybe you're a marketing agency, or maybe you want to work with clients, or you want to add an additional revenue stream. I'm going to show you guys how it's like taking candy from a baby. There are literally hundreds of thousands of local businesses that just don't know the first thing about how to create content, how to build a social media presence. They don't even know where to begin, and they want to pay people hundreds or thousands of dollars a month to be able to manage this for you. And we're going to show you a strategy as well as our platform that will allow you to be able to do this at scale. And then finally, I'm going to show you guys a live demo of SocialTale. So you're going to witness a live demo showing you all the really cool features and the AI that we've built into it to be able to manage all of your social media presence, your content creation, and also include your team if you have other people either within your agency or just other content creators that want to contribute to it to help have an effective strategy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself off the screen so we can just focus on the presentation here. So let me just do that. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention, if you stay until the end, There is going to be a surprise, just to kind of give you a little bit of a hint. It is something that we've never done before. This is a brand new platform, and so you guys are going to be able to have a chance to get this at a very special deal, basically like the price of going out for dinner. So it's going to be super affordable, and we can't wait for you guys to start using it. We want to get people using it, driving adoption, and start to build case studies and testimonials. So we do have a very special offer at the very end. Now, for those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Mark Thompson. I've been an internet entrepreneur for a long time. Let's just put it that way. I guess you can call me a dinosaur at this point. It's been since 2006. I'm the creator of Pay Kickstart. You may have heard of that. It's a billing and affiliate management solution. I sold it a couple of years ago, and then also Easy VSL. But I've created dozens of software. I love building software and trying to create software that solves a problem for other entrepreneurs like myself. I'm also the co-founder of Digital Kickstart. We've been fortunate enough to generate over $30 million in sales. Now, let's kind of talk about the landscape of social media in general. It's getting attention is more tougher than ever. So while there's tons and tons of content out there and tons of quote unquote influencers, a lot of the content out there is pretty bad. And so that is a good and bad thing. The good news is that if your content is just a fraction of better than what the majority of it, which is kind of garbage, is, you're going to get more attention. But there is a lot of it out there, and people's attention spans are shrinking. And so getting viral is just getting harder every single day. And so I'm going to show you guys certain ways, certain techniques that you can use to give yourself the best opportunity to maximize exposure. I'm going to show you how to do that both on the type of content you're creating, as well as having more of a broader reach on different social networks. And so there is just an oversaturation in the market in almost any industry. With so much content being produced daily, standing out from the crowd is increasingly difficult. So breaking through the noise requires exceptional creativity and timing. And I'm going to show you guys how you can leverage AI to help with the creativity and timing. And then people get audience fatigue. So users are really just bombarded with content. And that happens not just on social media, but think of all the emails that you get on a regular basis. Even email is becoming less effective. So how do you break through that? And then timing and trends. So viral content often relies on being relevant to current events and trends, and missing timing can cause even great content to fall flat. So it's also important to know who your audience is and when you should be posting. And then engaging the right emotions. So viral content often taps into strong emotions like humor, empathy. So misjudging emotional tone can lead to missed connections with your audience. So it's important to ensure that the content that you do have really resonates with the type of emotions that your audience has. And then there's that balance between consistency versus creativity. So it's hard to consistently produce content that's both high quality and creative, especially under the pressure to post more frequently. And then there's platform specific challenges. So, the type of content that you post on TikTok is different than what you post on Facebook versus what you post on X or Twitter. So it's important to understand what formula, what makes these different social networks want to bump your content to the top of people's feeds. Now, 29% have documented a social media strategy, but it's not clearly defined. So according to HubStaff, only 29% of companies have a documented strategy. So you may talk about it, right, between you and your team, but you don't actually have it drilled down into what how things are going to work, whether it's the type of topics you talk about, your style, the timing, and actually having it documented. So it's so important. While it seems simple, can actually be overlooked. 64%. So Social Media Examiner reports that 64% of marketers cite content creation as their biggest challenge. So why is that? Well, most people just, they run out of things to talk about, right? They're not necessarily, they're creative, but their brainstorming runs out fairly quickly. And if you're trying to create multiple pieces of content per day, you can run out quickly. And it's a $200 billion industry, which are projected sales for 2025 from just social commerce. So what that means is more people are buying on social media now, right? Yes, obviously there's the Amazons, there's the eBays of the world, but now social and commerce is blending in as one. And so now you're starting to see how easy it is to go and buy something on TikTok or go buy something on LinkedIn. And it's so important to capitalize on that because no matter what industry or audience you're going after, people are buying and they're doing it in social networks. 50% lower engagement than those who post consistently. So if you're not posting on a regular basis, you generally are going to see about a 50% lower engagement. So the lack of consistency often results in audiences losing interest and drop your overall reach. And now you're going to miss out if you just fail to adopt the platform trends. So social media platforms are constantly evolving. So think about short form videos, stories, reels, social commerce. If you're not adapting and you're just doing, kind of boring, plain posts that you've done for decades, then you're at a significantly disadvantage. And then possibly you have limited resources, right? I'm going to assume, maybe just give me a quick one in the chat box. How many of you guys are a small business? So, maybe you're doing a couple $1 million in sales or less. You probably have less than 10 employees. Yes. Okay. Getting tons of ones. Okay. Great. Well, so that's probably the majority of you guys are small businesses. And so having resources is important, right? Especially if you're not leveraging AI, you need to be able to have people to brainstorm, to create content, whether it's text, images, videos, so that you can use it for your social media strategy. So what does this mean for you? Here's the big takeaway. If you're not using social media to drive traffic, grow subscribers, generate revenue, you're missing out on a lucrative opportunity. So what if you could capture the attention at a fraction of the cost while still achieving exceptional results, right? So like so many people say, well, yeah, it's easy to have a social media strategy and have it be effective if you have, hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to spend each year on a social strategy. Well, you can do it at a fraction of the cost, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So what if you could unlock a formula that guarantees viral success every single time? And will these strategies really work for me? I hear that all the time, like, well, and obviously it's not going to work for every single industry or every single person. However, you can put yourself in the best possible position to be successful if you utilize this formula. So is getting attention really that important? It absolutely undeniably is. It's really like the main thing, right? Like it's one thing to have a content strategy and a social strategy and just to say like, yeah, well, we have a presence. But if people aren't engaging with it, which is really the most important part, then what is it for, right? If it's not driving people to your website or to webinars or your lead magnets or anything like that, then it's really just a waste. So this new strategy will help work for any business, whether it doesn't matter what industry or niche that you're in. And here's another secret. It's not enough to just have one social media channel. Now, I know a lot of people say, hey, focus on one channel and get good at that, and then you can think about moving to another. But the problem is everybody is kind of all over, right? You're on Facebook, you're on TikTok, you're on LinkedIn, you're on, and so while yes, certain content will go viral in certain places and it won't in others, but you don't necessarily know which one. So it's important to be able to leverage your content and maximize the exposure that you get. And so, like, I know a lot of you are probably asking, like, can I still jump in on this? Like, can entrepreneurs like you and I, how do we tap into this strategy? We understand that it's a saturated market. There's lots of different social networks out there. How do I create content that I know my audience is going to like? And so you still have a window. And in my opinion, it's a better opportunity than ever before with the power of AI. So whether you're small or big business, this can help you crush it this year and into the future. And so here's what I found, and I want to share it with you. So I'd like to kind of reveal what has been working for me. So let's talk about kind of the steps to creating viral content. So the first part is researching the trending content. So what I have found is there's always kind of cycles of what content your audience will like. And so what I like to do is review what my competitors are doing, just review what's gone viral in Google, in TikTok, in YouTube, in LinkedIn, and be able to try to leverage those topics. Now, I'm not here to say just go and copy and paste someone else's content. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you want to use it as a guide, right? As research and as a starting point to say, well, hey, if I know that my audience loved this piece of content, well, then there's obviously, there's something behind that, and maybe I can create content that's similar to that. So it's understanding what's trending and what taps into what people get excited about. So here's what you can do. You can use tools like BuzzSumo, Google Trends, Exploding Topics, or Trend Hunter to spot hot topics. These are all great tools. They do cost, most of them cost money. Google Trends is free, but some of these other ones, they do cost money, but they're great at spotting trends. You can study your competitors' content. So what are they posting? How are they getting high engagement? You can look at platforms like TikTok, or Instagram and use the Explore tab to kind of find inspiration. And you can focus on content formats and topics that align with your brand and voice while resonating with current trends. So, while it's important to be on all these social networks, there are going to be certain ones that cater more towards your demographic. If you're going more towards B2B, more of a professional type of audience, then LinkedIn is probably going to be your audience. If you're going after a younger generation, then odds are like a TikTok or an Instagram is going to be better. But that doesn't necessarily mean you should just go and neglect specific platforms. And so you want to know your audience, right? So just have a deep understanding of who they are. So if you haven't already, you should know exactly who they are, their age, their gender, their location, what sparks emotion to them, what are their challenges, what are their pain points. If you haven't done those things, then the rest of your strategy is going to fall flat because you're not going to know how to talk to them. You're not going to know what type of content to create. You're not going to know how to help them overcome challenges, fears, all these things that really help with, kind of getting people, spark people's interest. So you can create audience personas, who they are, what they love, what frustrates them. You can use insights from social media analytics tools to see what type of content your audience engages with the most. Dive into Facebook groups, dive into LinkedIn groups and see what people are talking about. Poll your audience or ask open-ended questions in your post to learn more about their needs and interests. So one of the best surveys I ever did was I emailed all of my existing customers and I said, and I kept it to one question. And I was like, what's the biggest challenge you have with making sales online? So we were, Pay Kickstart was a billing solution. And so I just wanted to say what challenges are, what's your biggest challenge, right? And I got a whole slew of things, but I did notice there were one or two or three that kind of rose to the top, and the majority of them that, and those were the ones where everybody was having these same issues. And so we started to create content around it. We started to create ebooks and videos and training programs around those things. And then we tied in our social media strategy to promote those things and ultimately funnel them in to hopefully finding new customers for our platform. And so you can dive into forums and communities like Reddit and Facebook groups to find these types of conversations. Now you want to create a captivating hook. So attention spans are super short. It's we're like a goldfish, right? You have 3 to 5 seconds to get the person's attention. And if you miss out on it, then they go to the next thing, right? They just continue to scroll. So it's important to have that hook. So here's what you can do. You can start with something unexpected. Use a bold statement, use an interesting stat or a provocative question. For videos, make the first 3 seconds visually engaging with fast cuts, bold text, overlays, compelling audio. And then you can use curiosity gaps, so you can tease information or solutions without giving it all away up front. And then you want to leverage emotional triggers, so people get fueled off of emotion. So share content that makes them feel something, whether it's laughter, surprise, anger, inspiration. Emotions are the key drivers to getting engagement, getting people to like your stuff, to comment. So you can craft stories that are relatable and aspirational. Use storytelling techniques to evoke empathy and excitement. You can use humor to power triggers. Use memes, funny captions, GIFs, lighthearted content to entertain. You can create inspirational content that shows personal triumphs, motivation journeys, positive outcomes, and then use visuals or music to amplify emotion in your videos and graphics. Then number 5 is to tap into trends. So jumping on trends can increase visibility because platforms often push trend-based content to wider audiences. So identify popular challenges. Be quick. Trends do move fast. And add your own unique spin to make the trend relevant to your audience. So for example, connect a trending meme to a relatable problem. Use TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts to leverage short-form content trends. Number 6 is to make it easy to share. The easier it is, the better. Now, obviously, with social content, just by nature, social media is just very easy to share. There's always a share button. So just by nature, being on these platforms will make it very easy. So keep your content short and digestible. Videos under 60 seconds, images with bold, simple text. Add clear call to actions. Tag a friend. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Double tap if you agree. Optimize your visuals and captions for mobile. Obviously, the majority of social media traffic is now mobile. And then design visually appealing graphics that go with your text. And then optimize for each platform. So every platform, again, has a unique audience. It has a preferred content method. So optimizing your posts for each platform increases the chances of your content being noticed and shared. And oftentimes, your audience is following you on multiple platforms. So they may follow you on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. And while when you create a piece of content, you don't necessarily want each content to be exactly the same, where you're just copying and pasting and then just blasting it out. You may want to tweak it and refine it a bit. So you can use vertical videos for fast cuts, captions, trending audio, write concise, thought-provoking threads, use high-quality vertical images, create thumbnails for vibrant colors, and you can adjust your posting times to align with your audience. So if your audience is mainly in the US, odds are you're going to want to post during times when people are awake. Same thing with like, when are people at home? Like, is it after work, or are more people digesting your content while they're at work? So do you want to post more during business hours? And so you want to test, learn, and reiterate. This is a constant process. And as you are creating more content, you're going to just see, and you're going to be able to analyze all of the content that you're publishing and seeing, oh man, like at 8 o'clock in the morning, that seems to be when my audience is very engaging, or at 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. And then you can start to tweak and refine your process over time. And so use analytics to track your engagements, your shares, your audience demographics. Experiment with different formats and different tones, different styles. You could A/B test your hooks, your headlines, your captions. So like I said, certain headlines, certain ways of forming content will work well on certain platforms, but not on others. And then ask for feedback from your audience. What type of content do you want? And once you find a winning formula, that's when you can start to scale it and creating similar content while keeping it fresh. So the secrets to going viral are to be able to leverage data-driven trends and analysis and rapid repurposing. So brands that quickly repurpose high engagement content can see 200 to 300% boost in reach and engagement. So like, it's funny because when people create content, they often just think like, well, my audience is, everyone's going to see it. Well, the thing is, unfortunately, most don't see it, right? Most of them, it gets overlooked, right? They miss that email. They miss that Facebook post. So while, so you can talk about one topic, but you could have 5, 10, 20 different pieces of content that relate to the same thing, but you're putting it in a different spin, right? Maybe a text format, maybe an image format, maybe it's a GIF, maybe it's a video. And so you don't necessarily have to say, well, I already covered this topic once, I can't cover it again. You can just put a different spin on it. And so without a strategy to identify and adapt viral trends, or if you're missing the secret sauce, means leaving a significant share of audience engagement on the table. So let's kind of talk about content consistency versus quality. So regular scheduled posts, Fortune 500 companies that consistently post see up to 3x more engagement. So now they're using sophisticated scheduling tools to maintain a steady content flow. So, it becomes very difficult if you're trying to post on all these different networks, if you're doing it manually, right? Because it's so tedious that it just eats up your day and you don't have time to focus on your business or other revenue generation techniques for your business. So it's important to have a tool that will allow you to be able to create content quickly, be able to research, create, and schedule and publish very, very quickly. Now, that's where we can leverage AI. So again, everyone talks about AI being a buzzword, and AI is great, right? It's geared to help speed up your workflow if you're doing it correctly. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. How to automate the content creation process, how to use tools and cut your production time by 70, 80, 90%. And then be able to personalize at scale. So Fortune 500 brands are leveraging AI to deliver tailored content that resonates with diverse audience segments and boosting conversion rates. So if you're creating content faster, you're able to personalize it a little bit more. So, if you're in a specific, maybe you're trying to create a post for a specific group or audience versus another one of your groups, you're able to kind of repurpose it and spin it and make it unique to each audience that you're catering to. Now, some of the other pitfalls that you want to avoid, so proactive engagement. So like leading brands will use real-time monitoring and agile crisis management to avoid common pitfalls like tone-deaf posts or delayed responses. So it's important as people are starting to comment and like to continue that conversation with them, right? So most just they create their content and then they leave it at that. And that's one of the worst things you can do, because if there's people that are commenting and engaging with your content, and if you're, if it's crickets, right, and they don't hear back from you, then odds are they're going to go somewhere else, right? They want to have discussions, right? That's what being human is all about, is having open dialogue, having open communication. Brands that ignore these pitfall risks decline engagement rates, so as much as 50%. So just make sure that you're engaging with them, because it could ultimately hurt your reputation and your brand, which ultimately will hurt your revenue. So how do we turn content into profit? So you can monetize. So just being forward thinking about, okay, well, if I'm going to create a piece of content, what's the kind of funnel? What's the path I want to take people down, right? So like maybe I created a new lead magnet where I want people to opt in, right? So maybe I'll create some content around that. So I'll give you a good example. So we have a construction management software. And so we created this quarterly report that basically helps home builders to understand like what are some of the hot markets in the US, like where should they build, what are the price points, all like what are home buyers looking for, what are industry trends on building homes. And so we create this quarterly report, we update all the data. And so like in order to promote that and get eyeballs and to get people to opt into our list, we created a whole bunch of content. So what we would do is we take snippets of the report and we would publish it on social media. We would have text posts with images, we'd have videos, and we'd tag people and do all sorts of things to try to start the conversation and get viral word of mouth going, which ultimately would lead back to our page. So you want to have some sort of a goal, whether you're going to be retargeting them with ads, whether you're getting them into a webinar to register. Always have those, have the goal in mind and then work backwards. So at this point, you're probably wondering, knowing all this, is there a shortcut to solving this? And so there is kind of a new way of doing this. So, for the most part, it's been a very kind of tedious process to research, to create, to publish, and to really have a sound social media strategy. So I want to show you kind of the secrets to automating your social media channels, generate a steady stream of traffic and sales. And so it's time to leverage the power of automation and social media publishing. So this will especially help you present in all the social media sites effortlessly. And so just a couple of quick case studies. So like Gymshark's social media breakthrough, they partnered with fitness influencers and shared authentic, engaging content, boosting their social media following by over 300% in just 1 year. And then Glossier's, they built a brand by leveraging authentic user-generated content on Instagram. By engaging directly with its community, they turned everyday followers into brand advocates, leading to exponential growth in both their online presence and sales. So maybe you're thinking it seems kind of overwhelming and it requires a lot of work to be able to do this. So you're like, is this something that I can really do? Or is it another one of those things where you do it for a couple of days and then it falls to the wayside and it's just, gets lost into the cyber world. And so how can you do it? Even if you're not a technical person, I'm not a huge, yes, I have a software company, but I'm not the most technical person in the world. And I'm sure a lot of you guys like the kind of point and click easy type of thing. So you don't need to be a techie person. You don't need to be, have a massive budget or a Fortune 500 company. Before it used to be very expensive to do this, it's actually very powerful and very easy to do. So there's a little dirty secret that most marketers will never tell you. And that is that you don't need to have a ton of experience or a massive budget to be able to automate the majority of your social media. Because I have I should have like a little easy button here. I'm going to show you guys how you can do that. So how do I create posts for my social media channels in the first place? So normally, and so this is kind of what the problem has always been, right? It's time consuming. So you have to manually post, which can take much of your day. If you're posting manually on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, idea overload, right? Or maybe not enough. Maybe you're just not able to come up with topics to write about. You're juggling multiple platforms if you're trying to leave comments or do any type of engagement, and you're missing out on moments without the proper timing. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably done this before, right? Step one is idea generation. You're manually brainstorming and researching content ideas. Then you start to write your post. You have to design your graphics or edit videos using separate tools. You have to do editing and optimization to review the content for quality. Then you have to schedule it manually. And if you have multiple people that are helping you, sometimes those posts will get overlapped where you'll schedule something and then 2 minutes later another one goes out because your team's not in sync. And then you have to monitor this stuff, and then you have to analyze it. And all that stuff can be overwhelming. It's too many steps are involved. And so what's cool is now that with AI, this is going to help tremendously, right? It's going to help to expedite all of this that we're talking about and remove all this tedious work. And so AI powered from start to finish. And so as we talked about, guys, we have kind of this launch party. So this is when we are officially opening SocialTale up to the public. And so what I'd love to be able to do now, just give me a quick yes in the chat box if you guys are with me and you guys would love to see our brand new SocialTale platform in action. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Nancy says yes. Howard says yes. Mike, John. Absolutely. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my desktop now, or my browser. Okay, so you should be able to see everything. Just give me a quick one in the chat box so you guys can see my screen. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. All right, so what you're looking at right now, so this is when you first land into SocialTale, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is connect each of your different accounts, right? So we continue to add more, but you have Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn profile page, TikTok, X. Blue Sky is coming. Hopefully in the next week or two, we should have that finalized. But we continue to add more properties, but this is what you can connect as of right now. And so I'm just going to go to one of the accounts where I've already connected them. You just click on them and just follow the prompt. It takes no more than a couple seconds to connect each of these. But so here's one particular account. This is the dashboard. So if I wanted to, I can click on each of these different icons and you'll be able to see the analytics. So we pull it in, and depending on the social property, you'll be able to see post engagements, post impressions, or whatever it may be. So we continue to add. So like here's for Twitter, you can see the number of followers per day. And so you can get a quick little snapshot of what's going on with your engagement. And so let's go ahead and we're going to start creating a new post. So I'm going to click on post and you're going to see, again, this is just a new account. So you see some drafts in here, but these are all posts that would either be scheduled to go out or are in draft status or have already been published. So you're able to see the status of it, the content, the media, if there is any, whether it's an image or a video, the account that is being, or that is linked to it and that's going to be published on, and then who the author is, right? So depending on who that is. And again, if you have the approval workflow on, you could also put these into a pending approval. So whoever is able to approve those will be able to go in here, be able to review them, and be able to mark them approved. So let's go ahead and start from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new post. And it's going to bring you into this editor here. So this is kind of the main area where you can write your post. You can select which of the different properties you want to post to. And then of course, depending on which properties you choose, there's certain requirements that are needed, right? So like with Instagram, you need to select a video or an image. With YouTube, you're going to need a video. So depending on what type of content you're creating, it'll kind of prompt you to tell you what you're going to need. And then you can also, so let's just say for Facebook, if you wanted to post as a post or a reel or a story, same thing with Instagram, you're able to do that as well. So it's going to show you as you start to, write up this, let me just pull up something here just so you have some, like an understanding. So let's just say I put something in here, you can see that it'll show you the preview right there. And then you can either add it to the queue, post now, or you can pick a time for it to get scheduled. So there's 3 different options there. And obviously if you pick a time, it's going to give you a certain specific date and time, and then you can schedule it. Or if you want to add it to the queue, which is really cool, you can create a posting schedule. So the posting schedule is, you set what days and times you want to have your content go out, and it will put it into a queue. And so the newer stuff will get put to the back of the queue. The older stuff that you create will get put to the front of the queue. And so this will allow you, you can go in here and just create like, I really don't want to post on Saturday, so I'm going to toggle that off. Or, I don't want to post this late on a Wednesday. Or let's just say, I do want to post more on Mondays, and I want this to be at like 8:30 at night. And so you create this posting schedule, and then as you start to create posts, you can add it to the queue, and you don't have to worry about any overlap. Maybe there's other people who are writing content. You can just add it to the queue and let the queue handle the publishing for you. So let me just kind of click off of these a little bit. And so here's what's really cool. So in order to speed up your workflow, we're going to leverage some AI. So I'm going to click on Create with AI, and there's two different options here. One would be to just create a custom prompt. And so let's just say, for example, I wanted to we just had this international builder show. So this is for our BuilderPad app, which is construction management software. And so we just had this massive conference that we went to, and we had a booth and all the things. And I wanted to kind of highlight one of the new features that we have that we are showcasing. So one of them being a before and after photo. So that means that the builder can go in, take photos, and then it can show a before and after. So I'm just going to write a little prompt like, I would like to showcase a new feature we just released in BuilderPad. It's a before and after feature. This allows the builder to show a before photo and an after photo side by side. Explain the benefits of why this feature is helpful to gain new business. So just put whatever you want there, right? And then I'm going to make this friendly. So you can choose what tone you want. If you want friendly, formal, edgy, engaging. Again, like we talked about before, depending on what audience you're going after, you may want to have a certain tone. And then you can have the maximum number of words. So I'm just going to keep that at 1,000, but you can obviously make this, if I want to make it 500, I could. So I'm going to generate that, and it's going to write out this little feature for me. So I'm just going to click. So absolutely the before, let me just do this. So the before after feature in BuilderPad is a game changer for showcasing your work. It helps potential clients visualize the transformation your project can achieve. This feature builds trust, demonstrates your skills effectively, and ultimately convinces clients to choose you for their projects. It's a powerful tool to attract new business. So that's perfect. Now I'm going to add some hashtags. So this is the hashtag manager. So you can create specific hashtags. And I created one for BuilderPad, so I'm just going to insert it, and it added BuilderPad, construction, home builder, software. You can add whatever you want. You can create as many different hashtag groups as you'd like. And so that's really nice. So like we could create one for the International Builder Show if we wanted to. And so we don't have to manually write out these hashtags that you use regularly. Now, some other cool things that you can do is once this is written, if I wanted to, I can generate a new one. I could rephrase it. I could fix the grammar or spelling. Obviously, if AI wrote it, then you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be good grammar. But maybe if you wrote it, you may just want to fix the spelling and grammar. If I wanted to expand on this, make it a little bit longer, shorten it, simplify, change the message tone to friendly, use formal tone, use edgy tone. So all these are right here at your fingertips with one click if I want to just continue to work with AI to optimize this post. Now, what I could also do is click on the little media icon, and I could either upload a photo, I could use stock photos if I wanted to, so I could just put in like construction. It's going to give me like buildings and stuff like that. So there's hundreds, I mean, if not thousands of photos. If I wanted to do like a GIF, like something funny, construction. All right, so you can see like this little kid with a hammer just beating on the wall, something funny. Or I could have AI generate something for me. So for this one, I'm just going to upload one. I actually have a file that I'm going to use. And let me go here. And let me find it. It is right here. So perfect. So I'm going to upload that. This is going to be my media. And of course, if you have a video, you can do that as well. And this is my photo. So now this is good to go. Here's my before and after photo that I created. Perfect. And now I'm going to say where I want this to be posted to. So this is going to get posted to my Facebook page, our Instagram page. I'm going to put it on LinkedIn and then Twitter. Now with Twitter, it only fits 280 characters. So what I will do is click on create a variant. And I'm going to do this. And so now you can see I'm over. So what I'm going to do is just kind of shorten this up a little bit. And there we go. And so now you can see each of the different previews. And so if I wanted to, I could, change this out for, here's the original, and then I can create as many variants as I would like to. So like with LinkedIn, you may want it to be a little bit longer. I could do this and say, I want to expand on this. All right. And so it just added, oops, let me, So now this post is ready to be queued up. So I can scroll down here and I could say I'm going to pick a time. I'm going to have this get published on Thursday at 5 o'clock. Schedule. And now it's ready to go. So here it is. So it's scheduled, got my content, got my media. Here's the post or which accounts it's going to go out to. Now, if I wanted to, I could go and say I'm going to create another one. And let's do something fun. Let's go and do an AI generated image. So there's like another one. Let's just do like scan. So I have a new feature that allows you to scan and scan documents directly into our online file cabinet. So I could just do something like create a funny realistic photo of a builder with lots of files by his file cabinet, looking upset. All right, and it's going to go ahead and generate that for me, and it's going to be hyper customized for for this post. So it's going to give me 4 different options here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could see here like this might be a perfect one for me. Right. So I got this guy looking all, like angry or upset. And then I'm going to write scan and digitize documents directly into the file cabinet. So please write a feature update for our scan digital file cabinet. Make sure to explain the benefits as to why you should digitize your documents instead of the old school file cabinet. All right, boom. I'm going to do edgy and generate. All right, here we go. Tired of drowning in paperwork? Say hello to our new feature, scan digitize documents directly into the file cabinet. Digitizing your docs means easy access anytime, anywhere. No more lost papers or bulky cabinets. Save time, space, and trees. Go digital today. All right, there we go. And I could add this to the queue. Let's just say I'm going to add this to LinkedIn. Add it to the queue. This is going out March 10th at 8:30 tonight. Viewed it on my calendar. Here's another. So you have the calendar view. So now I can see I've already scheduled 2 of these posts. So you can see, guys, now obviously I was walking you through that, how quickly I can create a photo, create my post, and get it published out there really, really quick, right? Now, another really cool feature you can do is I go to create a new post, and then I go back into the AI. So you have option 1, which is a predefined prompt. So you're able to specify your industry. So let's just say construction or whatever industry that you're in. And we have all of these preloaded prompts in here. And so they're all categorized. So if you're looking for an engagement booster, or you're looking to establish yourself as an authority or thought leader, or storytelling and brand building, or if it's something sales and promotional, quick tips and hacks, interactive challenges. So there's all these different types of categories. And so let's just say I wanted sales and promotional prompts, and then I can actually select which prompt I want to use. So the cost of doing nothing, Here's what you'll get. You asked, we delivered. So these are all proven prompts that we have handpicked and loaded in here for you. So a common misconception. So like, if I wanted to like construction and it's like home building. Okay. And then click on create custom prompt. And so it says, so dispel a myth about your product, service, or industry. So I could say dispel a myth about your home construction software. Okay, so it'll automatically kind of write it in there for you, and I could say I want this to be edgy, and then you can kind of do what you were doing before, and then it'll generate the post. So what it's going to do is going to take basically that category and then that prompt, and it's going to, and so like right here, so the myth, home construction software is only for large construction companies. Fact, our custom home construction software is designed for projects from all sizes, from small renovations to large buildings. So you can use each of these different prompts. All right, so let me just do this again. And you can start to just generate all these great ideas. So let's just do a quick tips, how to write better headlines, best time to post. Let's do industry news. So the future, here's a good one, the future of, how about this one? So predict where your industry is headed and invite discussion. Your, let's see, so construction industry, let's see. And I'm gonna do friendly, and I'm gonna generate. Okay, I'm gonna move this out, and here we go. The construction industry is evolving rapidly with advancements in technology, sustainable practices, and innovative materials from 3D printing, the green building design. So what it's meant to do is it's meant to structure your post with this prompt. So it's doing some things in the background, and then you have the ability to kind of customize it how you want right here. So really just literally so many different topics. And if you wanted to, I can click on these little dice and it'll just randomize it for me. So if I just want something random, fill in the blank. Whoops. Do construction again, create prompt. Yeah, create an easy interactive post where your audience completes a sentence. Targeting home builders. All right, here's another one. So here we go. Calling all home builders, complete the sentence. The most essential tool in my toolbox is blank. So, right, so that's a nice post to get engagement. So lots of really cool things that you can do there with the AI Assist and the option number one, which is the predefined prompt. So you can either use that standalone or you can use the custom prompts together. Now, a couple other really cool things that you can do. We talked about this before, where being able to see what people are talking about. And so we have this engagement explorer, and you put in whatever country you're targeting, and then you put in the topic. So let's just use like the International Builder Show. So this is like the biggest event for home builders to go and be able to, just find materials and find software company, all that kind of stuff. And International Builder Show. So I'm going to do a search, and it's going to go out on Google, Twitter, TikTok, and it's going to try to find what people are talking about. So you can see here, it's already starting to show up. So it shows you, like for TikTok, where it pulls in the number of comments, the number of likes, the number of like retweets, or and then the number of views. So I can see like this was a post that like obviously brought a lot of traffic. So I could, if I wanted to, I could go check it out here. I can go and watch that video. And so this allows you to kind of really see what people are actually engaging with. And so I could, if I wanted to, I just clicked it, I inserted it right into the post and said, you heard it here from Jamie and Topher, first everyone soundproofing installation demo, that, and it already added the like who it was truly insane. And I could be like, yeah. And so I could add my little spin to it, right? You heard it here, but like this, what, I don't know, like, was great to have a cocktail after the event as well. And I'll just, whatever. So you can just add like your own spin to it, depending on like what you did at the event. So really, really cool, guys. I can just start going through here. I see it pulls in YouTube, pulls in, let's see if there's any Google. So here's some Google stuff. So like, KMB Associates demonstrated home, to be unveiled at NAHB. So so you can go and you can start to check all this stuff out, and makes it super, super quick. Right. And so really a nice way to not like have to, move out of your workflow. Everything can be done right from in here. And so, as I said, we are in the process of kind of improving this. So where we can get more sources, we're able to kind of even pull in like videos and other sources of media as well, but just makes it really, really simple. And again, I can go ahead and post this out and have this go out really easily. Okay, a couple of questions. Let's see. Yep. So so then you have your media library. So guys, as I mentioned, this is where you can manage all of your existing media, whether it's photos or GIFs or AI generated, right? So it's just really, really simple, guys, to start adding media. And yeah, of course, you can add in MP4s as well. So one thing we are looking into doing is adding stock video. That's on our roadmap. I saw someone was asking a question about it. So right now you can do images and GIFs, and you can upload your own MP4s or your own videos. And you can do AI generated images. But in the near future, we'll be adding AI generated videos, which will be very, very cool. Then you have your templates. So this is really cool. So if I wanted, so let's just say so let's just give this a name. So I'm just call this IBS, which is for International Builder Show. I know it's not a very good acronym, but so like, let's just say that I wanted to do, like there's some sort of a template that I wanted. And so it's like, or how about we do this? So we do like new feature alert. So like whenever we have a new feature, we could do something like this, like new feature alert. What would be like fire, maybe? I don't know. New feature alert. I could say like, what the feature does, how to use it inside BuilderPad, how this benefits you. So I could use this template and I could save this. And then when I go to post, I can use this template and say, oh, okay, I want to use my new feature alert. Here we go. And so I could say like create with, and so I'm going to put it in here. So I could say like, use this template for filling out the new feature that allows for before and after photos. Okay, and generate. And so there we go. Now just use that. Our new feature allows to add, so it just did it for me. So you can use these as like structures for your different posts. So, and I'm sure like as you start to create more content, you're going to start to have different like templates or different structures for how you would format a post. So these templates are a great way to do that. A couple other things. So variable managers. So the platform which is published on. So you can use like short codes and you can create as many variables as you want to. And then you could add it in as a short code. So it'll be like dynamic content depending on the specific platform, which is really nice. What else? And then the other thing I forgot to mention is up here in the top left-hand corner, this is where you can manage each of your different workspaces. So if I wanted to, I can create a brand new workspace, give this a new workspace name, whatever I want to call it, give it a color, upload a logo to it. Oops, put that there. Upload a logo and then click on create. And so now we have a brand new workspace. So I just did that in the matter of a couple of seconds. And then you'll be able to start reselling. So for those, we don't allow reselling during the launch period. So right after the launch, you'll be able to start reselling. And so this will be active in your account. Another thing you're able to do is add webhooks. So for those of you who have custom integrations, you can create the name, add your callback URL. For those of you who are like developers and technical, you'll probably understand this. But you can post any of the events, like if the account was added, if you published a post, if the account was deleted, any of these different events, you can pass that over to a third party if you want to do any type of integrations. The sky is the limit there. So very, very simple, guys, very easy to use. You're able to also update your settings here. So this is where you can start adding your team. If you wanted to invite a member, you can make them an admin, make them a member. So that's where they can go and collaborate. So very, very simple to use, guys. Hopefully that all made sense. And I'm going to switch back now over to my presentation. All right. Should see me again. See my screen. Okay. Just give me a cool give me a yes in the chat box if you thought that was pretty cool software. Yes, yes. Lindy says, hell yes. Okay, awesome. All right, cool. So here's what we've done. So as I said, this is kind of our launch party. So we're just releasing it to the public for the first time. You guys are going to get a very special deal that we're only doing on this webinar. So we're kind of so I want to take it kind of a step further and kind of just break down exactly what you guys are going to get access to. We've put together what we call the SocialTale Ultimate Bundle. So it's basically all access to basically everything that this platform can do and then some. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some really cool things that we've added into it. It's super affordable for any budget. And so this is only an offer exclusive for this webinar for our founders. Or for our founding license. So the first part of this is you're going to get access to SocialTale Pro. So basically everything that I just demoed to you guys, you're going to be able to connect all of your different social media channels. You'll be able to invite unlimited number of users. So if you have other people that are going to be collaborating on your content strategy and leveraging the platform, you can invite those users. You'll be able to create unlimited posts. So there's no cap on the number of posts that you can publish. You'll get access to the AI composer, so you can do brainstorming, use the predefined prompts, as well as create custom prompts and allow the AI to craft posts for you. You'll also have the post scheduling, so being able to post now, schedule it, or use the add to queue function as well. And then post versioning. So as you're creating new versions, you'll be able to go back and see other earlier variations of that post. You'll have post templates. So we talked about that in the demo. So being able to have, maybe there's certain types of posts that you want to do over and over again. You can have those templates and then you can customize that template. Post labeling, hashtag groups. So you can just do one-click add hashtags. You have your whole entire media library. So you'll be able to do things like use royalty-free images. You'll be able to do our tenor integration to offer GIFs. You'll have the Unsplash integration. So if you want to create any type of, that's for the royalty-free images, and then the Canva integration. So if you want to create anything custom in Canva, you can pull that in. You'll have post analytics, so you're able to kind of monitor just how well your audience is engaging with your content. And then also mention integration. So if you wanted to keep track of brand mentions, you're able to do that as well. So that's everything that comes with the Pro license. You're also going to get a free upgrade to the Ultra. So normally the Ultra license is going to be a subscription where you pay monthly or annually for it. For this particular webinar offer, you pay one time and you have lifetime access to it. So this is perfect for agencies who need to create workspaces. So think of workspaces almost as like a sub account. So you're able to go in, you'll be able to create a workspace for each one of your clients or different businesses, and then invite users to one or multiple workspaces, and you can keep everything very organized, and it's not kind of all blended in with all of your different clients. Then you also have the Engagement Explorer. So with the Pro license, you're only going to get 25 searches per month. However, with the Ultra upgrade, you get unlimited searches. So you'll never be capped. You can do as many searches as you want to. We're actually in the process of revamping the Engagement Explorer already. I know we just launched it, but we're going to be adding more sources to it to make the results more robust, as well as just making it just a lot easier to grab data, curate data from across the web. You'll have the approval workflow. So for those of you who have people who are contributing to your content strategy, but you don't want them to necessarily be able to publish, you can have someone who is in charge of approvals and be able to allow people to submit their content and then get it approved. Then you have the best times to post based on our AI, allowing us to kind of dictate when your content should go out and be published for maximum visibility. And then also webhooks for those people who are doing custom integrations. You can have webhooks as well. And then we talked about the Engagement Explorer. So being able to find, use different, like basically integrate your research all from within the workflow. So being able to search things like Google, YouTube, X, or Twitter to be able to find relevant niche specific content that's already proven to go viral, and you have unlimited searches, and you can do one-click publishing right from within the workflow of SocialTale. Then you're also going to get access to our SocialTale AI image generator. So I showed you guys that AI option. So if you wanted to create a custom image based on your post, you're able to do that. It's directly inside of the workflow, so you don't need to go to ChatGPT or Claude or one of these other AI tools. Everything is right inside. Gives you 4 different options, and then you can regenerate more if you want to, but it takes no more than a couple seconds to do. Just really saves time, boosts engagement, and helps to keep your content original. Then you're also going to have our SocialTale reseller license. So this is a unique opportunity, and this really kind of pays for itself, right? So just sell 1 or 2 copies of SocialTale, and you'll recoup your investment. So to me, this is like what makes it a no-brainer. You're actually going to get 100 reseller accounts, which basically means you can resell SocialTale, sell it at any price, and keep 100% of the profit. So I'm going to share with you guys what the investment is for this bundle deal, but this in and of itself, sell this to a couple clients or a couple buddies that want to use this platform, and it just paid for itself. Then we also have the social page analyzer. My good friend Dave Gwyndon, he's a software developer. He loves to create, he likes to pull research and data from other places. So he actually created this really cool Facebook analyzer tool that will go out and do all sorts of cool stuff. Fan page analyzation, post analyzation, comments, word analyzer, page report. There's 27 different data points. So if you're ever wanting to do some hardcore analysis on Facebook, this is a perfect tool for you. It works on both Mac and PC, so you're going to get free access to that. Then you're also going to get access to his social ad creator. So if you want to help create high converting ads for not only Facebook, but other social networks, you're able to do that. There's over 1,000 premium graphics. There's all sorts of templates that you can work with. You'll get access to 8 million creative assets, and these designs are designed to sell. So just to kind of give you a summary of everything you're going to get SocialTale Pro, the Ultra upgrade, the Engagement Explorer feature, the image generator, AI image generator feature, the reseller license with the 100 licenses, and then the social page analyzer and social ad creator. So all this is a real world value of $2,882. Now, this is a special deal. Like I said, we are just doing our launch party. So those of you guys are going to get on the ground floor, and this will be the best deal that we ever offer it. So it's a one-time payment of $397, and then it's $27 per month. And you go to SocialTale.ai/go. Now, I kind of already let the cat out of the bag. I already kind of mentioned that, no, you're not going to pay a recurring subscription. So just so you know that $27 a month will not be there. Go to SocialTale.ai/go. It's going to take you to a specific page. And one other thing I forgot to mention is when you go to that page, there's actually a coupon that's already attached to it. And so for the people on this webinar, you can use coupon code BUNDLE, and you're going to get an additional $100 off of that. So it's pretty much a no-brainer, guys. It's a one-time payment of $297. Plus, there's no subscription or recurring payment, so you have lifetime access to it. So you want to go to SocialTale.ai/go. We're going to put that into the chat box, so you can go ahead and just click on that link. I think someone on our team will put that in. If it isn't already in there now, okay, it's in there now. So you can click on that. It's going to take you. It's going to automatically attach that coupon code, and it's a one-time investment of $297. So, guys, I mean, like it's a no-brainer, guys. If you go and you look at what other solutions out there charge, so if you go to Hootsuite, they start at $149 a month. They work their way up to $300 a month, and then if you want enterprise, custom, it could be in the thousands. And they usually have some sort of limitations, like they're $149 per month. And that's per user, guys. Per user per month. Now imagine if you had, let's just say, 3 people that are helping collaborate. I mean, you're spending almost $500 a month, and that's only up to 5 social accounts. So this is so I mean, as you can see, it's a no-brainer. If you go to Sendable, which is another kind of alternative, it starts at $29 a month. Again, it's only 1 user, up to 6 profiles. It doesn't provide all the AI functionality to it, all the the Engagement Explorer. You can work your way up to $750 per month for depending on how many people you're going to have. And then Sprout Social, they're another popular tool out there, starting at $249 per seat per month, up to 500 or custom. And so again, you're limited as to the number of social profiles you can connect. And then of course it's really meant for like, one person if that's per seat. So as you can see guys, it's a no brainer. So you can use coupon code bundle to get $100 off. It's a one-time payment of $297. Now, I do want to sweeten the deal even more. So if you've been on one of my webinars before, I always try to say like, well, what else could you use to really maximize your investment in a social tail? What other things could you possibly need? So I've added 5 fast action bonuses for just people on this webinar who use the SocialTaleAI/go link. So the first thing I'm going to be giving you guys access to, so I showed you the content, the prompt vault. So basically what we've done is we've gone and we've hand researched and found all the different kind of templates that have proven to go viral. So like, you can customize it, post it, and it has a better chance of engagement. And so right now included is about 100 prompts. But what we're going to do is with this bonus is you're going to get the full access to the entire library, which is over 500 prompts. So now you're going to get even more categories, more prompts to choose from, and just even more variety. So you're virtually never going to run out of viral worthy engagement boosting posts that you can create in literally seconds. You can just click a button and it'll create it for you. And so these are going to be preloaded in your account. Yes, you're going to get an actual document, like a PDF that you can, just use if you want for your own reference or elsewhere. But these categories and prompts are already preloaded inside of your account. It's one-click AI content generation. They're organized by category. So depending on if you're looking to drive engagement or you're looking to get sales, building authority, I believe there's like 12 different categories. And so you can just pick that, and then there's tons of different prompts for each one. So you'll never face writer's block again. Bonus number 2, I kind of mentioned this social ad creator. So this is going to allow you to create professional quality ads in minutes, no design skills needed. I know back in the day, I used to pay hundreds of dollars for just a couple of social media ads designed by a designer. And so now you can actually use this tool to create your ads for you without paying. Bonus number 3 is the social media agency playbook. So for those of you who are agencies, or you're looking to start to sell this as a service. So as I mentioned, you get 100 reseller licenses. So this is the perfect resource for you. So it's an ultimate guide for entrepreneurs, freelancers, and agencies looking to sell and scale social media management services using AI-powered automation. So there's all different proven strategies. There's exact scripts, there's templates, there's automation tools, walks you through every step of running a profitable social media business. So I'm going to show you guys how to find and attract high-paying clients, how to handle pricing and packaging your services for maximum profit, how to deliver results and keep clients long-term, how to manage your social media marketing business without hard selling, and then bonuses with scripts and templates and checklists to help you along the way. Bonus number 4 is 50 social ad templates. So these are actual ads that I had either created myself or hired and paid someone to create these ads that we've used and run on various social platforms and have driven traffic to different products that we're offering, different promotions that we're doing. And so I actually give you the source files, the actual like Photoshop files that you can then tweak for your own needs. And so and each of them have been battle tested, and there's little nuances that you'll notice in each of the ads that kind of help to get the user's attention and also just to drive engagement. So there's 50 different ad templates. You'll get the source file so you can fully customize it. There's a variety of different ad formats, so like one's for like sales pages, one's for webinar registrations, retargeting ads, lead gen. They're high performing hooks and headlines, and they're optimized. You can use them for all different types of social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever social platform you want to use to run ads. And then last but not least, bonus number 5 is 100 split test ideas. So this is a resource that we've been putting together for years and years. We've done so many different split tests to see like, hey, well, version A outperform version B. And so we've done that for all different types of things, whether it's prices, headlines, hooks, bullet points, images, you name it. We've tested all different types of elements. And so you guys are going to get access to this split test playbook, and it shows you which split test actually won. So when you need to go and create something, you can have your best foot forward, and that these things have been battle tested already. So you can help to boost engagement and reach, optimize your sales and landing pages, get better ad performance, improve webinar and lead gen results, and e-commerce optimization. So again, guys, it's a one-time payment of $297. You just go to socialtale.ai/go. This particular deal is only going to be available for during our launch week and for the people that are on this webinar. So just keep that in mind that this will go away. And then it's going to go to kind of our normal monthly and annual subscriptions. So this is your best time to take advantage of it. And so really this works for all different types of people, guys. Digital marketers, entrepreneurs, if you're a small business owner, if you're a course creator, an educator, affiliate marketer, if you're an agency or freelancer, or just in general a content creator, this is perfect for you guys. So with all of that said, I know I wanted to try to keep this under an hour. I apologize that it went over, but feel free to chime in the chat box and let me know what questions you guys have, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Yeah, okay. Okay, so is there a money back guarantee? Yes, I apologize. So there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So for whatever reason, if you're not completely satisfied with the product, hopefully you guys saw from the demo and from our presentation, there's no surprises, but you do have 30 days to try it out. And if for whatever reason, you can get 100% of your money back. That goes with really any product that we've ever sold. How much does it cost? So it's a one-time payment of $297. So that coupon code should automatically be attached on checkout. You can use credit card or PayPal. I think you can use Apple Pay as well. Let's see. What does the scheduling feature allow? So the scheduling you can either post right away, you can specify a specific date or time, or you can use the you have the ability to set your post schedule, and then you can just add it to the queue and allow the scheduler to take care of everything else. The Engagement Explorer, are you guys going to be adding more? Yeah, so right now the sources are Google, TikTok, and YouTube. We're going to be adding more. I think we're looking at Feedly, which would be kind of cool, but there's tons out there. So right now, so the Pro license gets you 25 searches per month, but you guys have upgraded, so it's unlimited searches. So you won't run into any issues there. Are there any limitations on the number of AI images that we can generate? No, you get unlimited image generation. So and obviously that's subject to our fair use policy. If you're going in there and doing things unethically, like trying to generate hundreds of thousands of images, then that's gonna be a problem. But anyone for personal or business use, you're not gonna hit any caps. What social media platforms can you connect with? So you can connect to Facebook for your fan pages, Instagram, X or Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, both your profile and pages, Pinterest, Mastodon, and Blue Sky. Blue Sky is coming hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We're just finishing it up, but I know Blue Sky is kind of a relatively new network, but I know some of you guys were kind of curious. Let's see. Can I collaborate with my team inside SocialTale? So yeah, so you're going to be able to create workspaces. So workspaces can be, again, almost like sub-accounts, which then you can add users into any of those workspaces. So you could add them to one or multiple workspaces. So it makes it super easy to organize everyone. So you can set up a workspace for each client or for each business that you have, and then you can start to add in those users and they can collaborate. And then you can set those collaborators, if you want certain people to be able to approve, you can have that approval workflow and be able to allow them to approve the content before it gets published. So what's included in the founding members license? So as I mentioned before, you get basically all the social media channels, so you can connect them, unlimited users, unlimited posts. You get the AI composer, post scheduling, all the media library, all the different, being able to pull images, GIFs, the AI image generation, all the integrations with Canva, Unsplash, Tenor, mentioned all of those. So it's pretty much access to the entire feature set. So just all you need to do is click on socialtale.ai/go. You could put it in your browser or just click on the link below. Awesome. Love it. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate it. Thank you, Tina. Just got in. Congrats. Great. If you have any questions, support at socialtale.ai. So you can just email that. It'll create a ticket for you, and our support team will help you out if you do have any follow-up questions after this. Cool. Awesome. Well, I think, let me see if there's anything else. I think we'll go ahead and wrap them up, guys. I know I know there's a lot of questions that were asked. Hopefully our team behind the scenes was able to answer them if I didn't verbally respond to you. And again, if you have any questions, you can go to SocialTale.ai or SocialTale.ai support at SocialTale.ai. So this is your last chance, guys. Go ahead and lock in. It's a one-time, as I said, guys, just the reseller license alone, sell this to a couple people and you just recouped your investment. And then also you're probably making a profit off it as well. So for anyone who's using, other tools like Hootsuite or like Sprout Social that are paying probably hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month, it's a no-brainer deal. So awesome. Okay, guys. Well, thank each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on. I know it's going to be kind of a crazy, hectic week. I apologize if our support staff is a little backed up. Usually for the first couple days, we get a lot of inquiries and people asking questions. So we're going to do our best. I know it's going to be kind of some sleepless nights coming up, but please try to just be patient with us. We'll make sure to get to each and every one of you if we have any follow-up questions. But congratulations to everybody who has joined. I'm excited to have you guys use the platform. Make sure you let us know how things are going. Love to get some case studies and testimonials that we can put on our sales page and highlight what you guys are doing. So congratulations to everybody. Again, go to socialtale.ai/go, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.